they're insisting I take them someplace to get goosebumps. I think we should take in a play. I got goosebumps once that way. Pantyhose makes an excellent theater cape. On the way to the play, we stopped to look at the stars. And as usual, I felt in awe. Here, give me your hands. And then I felt even deeper in awe at this capacity we have to be in awe about something. And I became even more awestruck at the thought I was in some small way a part of that which I was in awe about. And this feeling went on and on, and on and on. My space chums got a word for it. Awe infinitum. Because at the moment you're most in awe of all you don't understand, you're closer to understanding it all than at any other time. And I felt so good inside, my heart so full. I decided to set time aside each day to do aerobics.
Treasured tales are told, cradled depths unfold.
Oh, Lonnie.
Opening.
Lonnie, doesn't the rain feel good? I have had the most extraordinary evening with 2 brandies. Have you never been here? I come for the pianist. Ah, so much has happened since I've seen you that I feel like a new person. No, it's not my new fingertip. Good, though, isn't it? No, this evening, first this little boy played the violin. Absolute genius. Before I forget, here's that article I had Xerox for you. All about boredom, remember? Oh, no, that's not it. That's my suicide note. Well, not my suicide note. Where shall I start? When I was in L.A., I found this suicide note in the street where my aerobics class is. I don't know why I picked it up. You know it's more my nature to step over things. But something compelled me. It was right outside this metaphysical bookstore. I thought it could be a sign. Lately, I seem to look for signs, thank you. The closer I get to menopause, the more metaphysical I'm becoming. Cheers. I felt so sad at what she'd written in the note. But I felt even worse when I realized that losing the note could only add to her feelings of low self-esteem. Further evidence she could never do anything right. I should imagine there's only one thing more depressing than writing a suicide note, and that's losing the one you've just written. For a while, I kept it in my wallet. And then I grew concerned. Well, supposing I got hit by a car. I go unconscious, the paramedics come, they discover the note, they think it's mine, and they give it to Freddie. Well, it would seem very strange that I just happened to be carrying someone else's suicide note. So I started keeping it at home in one of those fireproof boxes with my important papers. And then the thought again, what if something happened? The note would be discovered and be given great importance because it was with my important papers. So I began moving it around the house. Lonnie, I was so afraid that I would misplace it. So I wrote myself a note telling me where I'd put it. Now I had the suicide note and the note telling me where the suicide note was hidden. So I have decided it is best kept in my purse. But I've written a note explaining the whole business. Well, go ahead and say it. I am possessed. What is it about this phantom person that is so compelling? She seems so fragile. And yet, courageous too. Ironically, there is in this suicide note more feeling, more forgiveness, more capacity for life. Whatever this person is, or was, she was not jaded, she was not bored. If she ever did commit suicide, it would be out of feeling too much, not too little. Her only real complaint is something she calls this business of false hopes. That's really something, don't you think? I mean, in writing a suicide note, the real person must come out. No, there's nothing dramatic. No big tragedy. No terminal illness, it seems. Just a lifetime of being dismissed. By everyone, apparently. Except me. Lonnie. This evening after the concert, I saw these two prostitutes on the corner talking with this street crazy, this bag lady. And I actually stopped to watch them, even though it had begun to rain. And I remembered something. I think it was Kafka wrote about having been filled with a sense of endless astonishment at simply seeing a group of people cheerfully assembled. I saw this young man go up, obviously from out of town, and he asked them, "How do I get to Carnegie Hall?" And the bag lady said, "Practice." And we caught each other's eyes. The prostitutes, the bag lady, the young man, and I, we all burst out laughing. There we were, laughing together in the pouring rain. And then the bag lady did the dearest thing. She offered me her umbrella hat. She said that I needed it more than she did because one side of my hair was beginning to shrink. And Lonnie, I did the strangest thing. I took it. Hey, what's this? Dear Trudy, thanks for making our stay here so jam-packed and fun-filled. We have orders to go to a higher bio-vibrational plane. Just wanted you to know the neurochemical imprints of our cardio-cortical experiences here on Earth will remain with us always. But what we take with us into space that we cherish most is the goosebump experience. Yeah, remember that night I took him to the theater? We're standing there in the dark. I feel one of them tug my sleeve. He whispers, "Trudy, look." I said, "Yeah, goosebumps. You really like the play that much?" They said it wasn't the play gave them goosebumps, it was the audience. I forgot to tell them to watch the play. They've been watching the audience. Yeah, to see a group of strangers sitting together in the dark, laughing and crying about the same things, just knocked them out. They said, "Trudy, the play was soup. The audience, art."
Think of our planet spinning somewhere out in space. I feel so much for the whole human race. I think of our awkwardness, I think of our grace. I think of the truth that we've never faced. I think of our vanity, what we are and what we can be. I think of the joy, of the pain. I think of things ones from Earth, a strange little place. We're the ones with the guns and the spray cans of mace. We're the ones who sing Amazing Grace. We're the ones with the books that will never get read. We're the ones who will step on others to get ahead. We're the ones with the movie Night of the Living Dead. We're the ones so sexy, so good in bed. When I think of us all spinning somewhere out in space, I feel so much for the whole human race. I think of the people I knew who cared for me. I think of the few who are still really there for me. I think of the blunders, all the wonders too. I think of me, I think of you, and what together we can do. But the ones with the hungry we never did feed. And when you cut us, we're the ones who will bleed. We're the ones who will follow, even though there's no one to lead. We're the ones who look for company in all-night bars. We're the ones with the bypass surgery scars. We're the ones who share each night and day with billions and billions and billions of stars. When I think of us spinning somewhere out in space, I feel so much for the whole human race.